everyone, and welcome to Sudden Impact. I'm your host, JL. As you can see, no Matt Hamson anywhere to be seen. He's nowhere. He's not here. He won't... What? I just got word that Matt Hamson found us. Let's take you to the first match. I gotta get out.
Chuck Diamond, along with JL, emanating from Latham, Illinois. It's great to bring you action from this great town of Latham, Illinois. We're bringing you a tag team matchup. The Asylum, former Midwest Impact Pro Tag Team Champions, going up against the Brewsters.
You know, Chuck, I don't know why you say it's great to be here. There's a cornfield over there, a cornfield over there, there's a cornfield there, there's a cornfield there. We're in the ass into nowhere.
JL, how dare you insult the trade of these great farmers here in the land of corn?
Yeah, I'm looking around. I'm feeling a little nervous, Chuck. I think the children from the corn are coming out after me.
Well, JL, this isn't the cattle barn in your backyard.
You know, you keep talking about my barn, and I really wish you wouldn't, because you don't know anything about me, Chuck.
Well, JL, nonetheless, we have a tag team match here about to get underway. The Brewsters providing the opposition for the Asylum. And right now, Buck Brewster, he goes behind. The Maniac Scott Matthews makes the tag to his brother Chuck. And now Chuck with a drop kick right to the breadbasket of the Maniac Scott Matthews. Scott Matthews not down, but I can see he's a little frustrated.
I wonder what kind of bread he's holding in there, Chuck. I wonder if it's rye or pumpernickel.
Well, right now, Buck Brewster having no luck getting the Strangler James Pinkerton off his feet. He staggered him to the corner, and a big splash in the corner. And now he has him set up. It looks like a bulldog. Yes! Down goes the Strangler James Pinkerton. Chuck Brewster is now in control of this matchup.
You know, look at these two hillbillies. They don't even belong in a wrestling ring. Look at them. Look at them. What, do they just come off of a pig farm?
Well, nonetheless, JL, Chuck Brewster with that big splash on the Strangler James Pinkerton. Up top now, the legal man, Buck. And a headbutt by Buck Brewster to Pinkerton. He's up on the top rope still. And he goes for the double axe handle, and he's met with a punch right to the breadbasket by the Strangler, James Pinkerton.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, Pinkerton's going to disassemble him now. This guy's crazy as a loon.
Yes, indeed, and right now, Pinkerton, he may just very well do that, JL, and he was putting the boots to Buck Brewster in the corner, and now, no, he's just running that foot across the face of Buck Brewster. I thought he was choking him for a second.
He should have kicked his head off, Chuck. That's what I would have done.
Well, if anybody is capable of doing that, it would be the Strangler James Pinkerton, or perhaps this man, the Maniac Scott Matthews, and he takes Buck Brewster down with a clothesline.
He just about popped his head off like a soda cap.
Yes, indeed he did. Buck Brewster gets the shoulder up after two. Buck Brewster, he's in a world of trouble here.
Oh, that's nice. That's going to leave a mark right there. It's too bad he didn't fillet his head right off. This match would be over with. I hate looking at hillbillies.
Well, Buck Brewster staggered, and he goes down with that forearm shot by the Maniac Scott Matthews. And the Brewsters, a promising tag team, but they're in there with former tag team champions, and that headbutt takes Buck Brewster down yet again. I don't think he's going to get he's not going to get the Duke like that with one hand.
Why? I do that all the time.
Well, JL, you never cease to amaze me.
I may not win like that, but, you know, I try.
Well, nonetheless, the Maniac Scott Matthews imposing his will on Buck Brewster, and he has him in the corner. It looks like he's choking him in the corner right now. Referee making that count, and he brings Buck Brewster back to the middle of the ring. He hooks that leg and only gets a 2 count. He did not hook the outside leg, JL.
You know, that it might have been his will, but this is going to be the Brewster's last will and testament, Chuck.
You're a very disgusting individual, JL, but Buck Brewster fighting back on the Maniac Scott Matthews, but he's only staggered, goes for the crossbody, he gets caught, and the Maniac Scott Matthews with the fallaway slam on Buck Brewster.
I felt that impact from here, Chuck. Oh, like an earthquake.
Well, the Asylum, they have definitely dominated this tag team match as we predicted they would.
Well, they're huge. Why wouldn't they?
Exactly. Point well taken, JL, for once.
What do you mean for once? I always make great points, Chuck, and you know it.
But nonetheless, JL,
You should probably quit this announcing business and go run a tropical fish store. You're always talking about it.
well, JL, you should quit this announcing business and tend to that cattle bar. You just missed the sidewalk slam by the Maniac Scott Matthews, and he only got a 2 count on that. Buck Brewster with a lot of heart indeed.
Buck Brewster should have died right there.
Buck Brewster, it says a lot that he's still in this matchup, but he is still in a world of trouble. He's fighting back on the Strangler, James Pinkerton. He ducks that clothesline, and a drop kick staggers the Strangler. He's down on his knees, and now Buck Brewster trying to rally. He's close to his partner. He's close to his brother, Chuck. He's reaching out for that tag. Tagged by the Strangler. The Maniac Scott Matthews coming in. Buck Brewster, he's just out of it. He cannot make that all-important tag to Chuck. And a stunner.
Oh, I think he might have broke his jaw there, Chuck. That did not look well for the Maniac. And now this big goon comes in. Well, what is he going to do? Oh, bouncing off the ropes. Yeah, that was effective. Might have staggered him a little bit, but you're not going to take him off your feet, Chuck.
Chuck Brewster attempted to take the Maniac Scott Matthews down, the shoulder tackle and a back elbow. He staggers the corner, but he takes the Strangler, James Pinkerton, down with the clothesline. They've had trouble getting the Asylum off their feet, as anybody would in this particular matchup. And right now, the Brewster's in control for the first time in this match. And it looks like he has Buck Brewster in a wheelbarrow position. Is this a lawnmower, JL?
I don't know what this is. It looks stupid.
And he throws Buck Brewster on top of the Maniac Scott, the Strangler, James Pinkerton, but it's broken up by the Maniac Scott Matthews.
You already know my feeling about these two idiots. I think they're dumb.
Are you talking about the Asylum, JL?
Of course not. I'm talking about the Brewsters.
Well,
and you know it, Chuck.
Well, you dumped the Asylum pretty quick many months ago, if you remember correctly, and that was the big ending by the Maniac Scott Matthews.
Yeah, I'm having second thoughts about him. It may not be as bad as I thought. Ooh, that's going to leave a mark.
Great double team maneuver where both members of the Asylum bear their weight on top of Chuck Brewster, and that was enough to get the Duke.
Somebody needs to check on him. I think he broke all of his ribs.
Yes, indeed. The Brewsters, they hardly ever got off the blocks in this match. They were in control at the very end of the match, but this match was dominated by the Asylum, and the Asylum get a very dominating victory here.
Look at them. They're all kinds of crazy, of course. Much, much better than hillbillies. Hillbillies.
Yeah, you weren't saying that months ago when you dumped the Asylum, JL.
We're not talking about that, Chuck. I think that time we just need to move on from that.
Yes, we indeed will move on as we go back to the studio, JL.
And we're back. What a great match. And as you can see, we've skipped town.
Nobody here yet.
All right, Dirty Harry, go do what you got to do. Just keep lookout. Make sure Hampson doesn't find us.
Will do.
The hell was that? That's been this week's episode of Sudden Impact.